Anime and Manga Means More. This time we'll review on One Piece episode 595. So anyway, the Yeti Core brothers, they caught Sanji, Zoro, and Brook slipping. They caught them slipping, you know what I'm saying? They hit him with that sleeping gas or whatever, and they almost took him out. But Zoro, he was able to stay awake a little bit longer than Sanji and Brook. Now, they were talking about, even if you're a heavy drinker, you'll still feel drunk and whatnot. Zoro drinks a lot more than Sanji from what we know. But at the same time, Sanji is in Nami's body. So how does that work? You see what I'm saying? So I don't know. Maybe, because if I'm not mistaken, Nami's the biggest drink out of the Straw Hats. If not Zoro, it's between one of them two. So shouldn't he have been able to stay awake? But at the end, Sanji was the first one to get up. So I don't know. So some people might equate that, oh, he's so strong, he was able to withstand the sleeping gas or whatever longer than that. That could be any old thing. That could be any, situation. And plus, Sanji wasn't even in his normal body. Maybe if he was in his normal body, he might be able to do it because his body would be strong. But anyway, they almost got taken out by them. Zoro saved the day. He split that mountain up and everything else. That was good. But the one thing I didn't like about this episode, the Sanji, Zoro, and Brook, they drew that thing out. That was like half the episode. But then at the end of the episode, we got all this other stuff. It was like they jacked the pacing up. That's the one thing I didn't like about this episode. Everything else I liked, but they jacked the pacing up. But anyway, they stumbled across Tiny Mind. He was in the snow, frozen. The dude told me some warriors don't get. That's his little quirk, man. He thinks that like if you're like he's like a He-Man, whatever. Anything that happened to him, he can take. I'm stronger than anything. I'm yada 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 yada. But we also know he's a swordsman, and from what we can tell, he seems a lot stronger than Brook. I mean, because he already faced Brook, and Brook wound up running. And this was when he couldn't even see the guy. Like if he fought Brook, I think he'd tear through Brook because he fought Brook with not even a part of his power because he couldn't even see. He didn't have his legs, couldn't see. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking that this guy's pretty strong. But, if he's being paired up with the Straw Hats and whatnot, he's probably going to be weaker than Sanji. But I don't think he's much weaker than Sanji. I'm just basing this off of how animes usually work. With the Monster Trio, if anybody, if they team up with somebody, they're probably going to be stronger than the three. Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji. But anyway, after that, we get to the part where they find out that it's a giant monster there. Smiley is at the lake. But they got to go to the lake to get Tiny Mind's body. Tiny Mind's body is caught up in that lake, and that's why he can't use his powers. He has the devil fruit power. Then we find out how that monster came to be. They showed the island. This is what I like. They showed the island before it got, destroyed by Caesar. Caesar, this dude, he destroyed the whole island, no problem, right? So anyway, he used that gas on the island to kill everything. But before, when they showed the island, this island was like thriving. It was like full of life. I mean, animals everywhere, all kinds of stuff. People, it killed everything. It's nothing even left. There's nothing even left on that island. But before, it was like a lush, like, green island. I think it was called, what was it? I can't remember what it was called before. It was called Punk Hat. Did it have a different name before it was called Punk Hat? Hasn't it? But anyway, it was a lush green island. He turned that thing into a wasteland. And then once he got done with, using that experimental gas on everybody and killing everything off, then he condensed it and turned it into a monster, Smiley. And that's what Zoro, Sanji, and Brook look like they're getting ready to face. Then after that, my man Law, he's getting ready to do his thing. Remember, Law and Luffy, they're together. They're getting ready to do their little plan. Law is going about it real smooth, but he needs to catch a Caesar. And Chopper's like, wait, you're strong as hell. You got this Hex power, man. You can do damn near anything with that power. You know what I'm saying? He got a lot of different tricks he can do with that power. He said, so what you need Luffy for? So basically, he said, I can't do the Caesar thing because I need somebody else to do it. I wonder how he was going to do it before. Maybe he was going to catch him on the sneak tip. Catch, Caesar while he's slipping, when Caesar sleep or something. But for some reason, he can't go directly at Caesar. That's what it is. But why? I already know why, but for the people that only watch anime. So anyway, Luffy's supposed to do his job. Guess how Luffy does it? The same way he always does. They show up, crash the party, and say, hey, I'm getting ready to kidnap you, Caesar. But the funny thing I liked about that part was when Robin, she jumped up and just started flying down to the ground. Why? Luffy has a crash landing through the ship, breaks up Smoker's ship and everything all like that. This guy, Luffy, don't care. And Frankie's right with it. Frankie's right with him, just like, yeah, what's up? And the crazy thing is, Robin's with it too. I think she's more open to it now. Like, we seen her have a little time, throughout the series. Every now and then she acts like a straw hat, but usually she's, in the cut, real smooth, just peeping game and whatnot. But she was like, she said, I already know what's going to happen. Luffy about to crash land through this and just kill me. Let me hurry up and just float down gently to this ground. That had me laughing. But anyway, he announces it, and now we getting ready to get into a full-fledged fight and, a battle royale so that Luffy can, do his Luffy thing again. But all in all, I want to say, like, this episode, I enjoyed it. But like I said, the only thing I didn't like, the pacing was jacked up. We had the whole boring, it was kind of boring at some points in time with Sanji, Zoro, and Brook. And that was half the episode. But then at the end of the episode, we had like, what 3 or 4 different things happen. They could have stretched that and more evened it out, you know what I'm saying? But another good thing is we got to look forward to is if Zoro and Sanji and Brook are able to get, Tiny Mind's body about that lake, what kind of powers is this guy going to be, have? I want to see how strong he is. And even in the, no, I better keep that to, a secret. But anyway, I want to see what type of, abilities this guy got. That's for people that watch the anime. But even for people that watch the manga, that read the manga, it's more to this guy. But anyway, let's go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Rate the video and subscribe. And I'm out. Peace. Things getting ready to get hectic.